Welcome back to How to Play. Today's agent is Killjoy. KJ is an agent from Germany, and she's a super intelligent young woman who invents and develops weapons for her team and herself. She's easily one of the best agents in the game, totally not biased, mainly because if you can't trust your teammates, you can definitely trust your util. Except when you can't. Once again, KJ is a sentinel, and so her primary goal is to secure a site and keep enemies at bay. But KJ is quite different from Sage. There are many different ways you can play KJ, but at its core, being a KJ player means learning to play off of your setups or your util. Your turret is your best friend. It's free and can fire at enemies in a 180-degree cone. Press on your right click to change the way it faces. And you can even jump to place it on higher surfaces or just look up to place it on higher surface. It does around 6 damage and has 100 HP, which means it's relatively hard to kill, especially if you peek off of your turret. The enemy team will have to pick between you or the turret to kill. Here, I hear my turret start shooting towards tree and I just peek off of it. Here, I wait for my turret to go off when I know that somebody is on spike, and I just peek off of it. Not seem like much here, but the turret is watching flank for us, so I know that if the turret goes off, that somebody's coming mid. And because of this, I know that KO is about to peek from mid. As shown here, the turret can be both stunned and flashed, and when done so, the turret cannot shoot back at an enemy. You can also set a crossfire with your turret so that the enemy has to choose between you or the turret when clearing corners.
I lied. They might be here.
Oh, not the high-low. This is gonna go so well.
Well, hey, at least we got one. The turret also has a range to be active, so if you step outside of this zone, the turret will become inactive, as showcased by the bar going down. But if you step back in, you'll see that the turret becomes activated again through the wall. So be careful when you step outside of these zones, because then the turret cannot find enemies. The turret can be recalled by pressing down on E again, but it will have a 20-second cooldown. Finally, if your turret is destroyed, KJ will say this.
Turret destroyed.
And your turret will have a 45-second cooldown. KJ has one alarm bot, which once placed, can alert you of when an enemy enters the area. The radius around the bot is how far the alarm bot can see. Once seen, the alarm bot follows its target until the target is hit and vulnerable, or easier to kill, or until it is destroyed by the enemy. Once the alarm bot spots somebody, KJ will have an audio cue. Similar to KJ's turret, her alarm bot also has an activation radius, so when you leave, the alarm bot becomes deactivated. Be careful when exiting because the alarm bot will not catch enemies if you're too far. When the alarm bot is destroyed, KJ will say,
Spike down B.
and cannot be used for the rest of the round. KJ has 2 nanoswarms, or grenades, that you can throw overhand or underhand. You can't pick them up once the round starts, so make sure you know where you're putting them. Each nade costs 200 credits and has 20 HP. This means that the enemy team can easily shoot them if they can find them. So make sure that your nades are covert or hidden from the enemy teams. If they're careful, they can destroy your nades easily, so make sure to hide them on top of boxes like this, or in little nooks and crannies around the map. These nades are also useful for preventing spike. Place them down on a common plant spot to deter or kill the planter. KJ's ultimate is her lockdown, which costs 9 points. When you pull out your ultimate, there will be a blue ring on the minimap that will show you the area that the ultimate will cover. After 13 seconds of winding up, the lockdown will detain enemies who are in the area for 8 seconds. You can use this to gain map control when attacking a site, or retake while defending. Don't place your ultimate in wall-bangable areas, as it can easily be destroyed. Instead, place it behind boxes or in niche corners. As always, protect your ult since it can be destroyed, but also don't let it keep your team from rushing onto site. Another way to use your ult is as bait. When backed into a corner, use your ult to draw people in and take out the team in isolated fights. I put my ult down because it's last round and I head towards main so I can defend it. I break the Sage wall so that I'm able to see who's coming onto site and hide from Sage. I take out Brimstone and KJ while Sage is busy taking out my ultimate, therefore winning the round. Now for most of the time, playing Killjoy will be dependent on if the enemy team comes your side. For the most part, you'll be rotating a lot. In this game, I would set up C only for the entire team to be going A or B. Oftentimes, I'd get there and everybody would already be dead. However, there are times in which your team will suffer and you'll have to rotate and you'll be the last alive. In these situations, you have to be really good at clutching, even without your util. Have confidence in your abilities, and you'll be able to clutch easily. After all, your teammates should have taken care of half the team already. Now that you know all of her abilities, the one thing you have to understand about KJ is that all of her abilities are frequently used together to create a setup, or a trap for the enemy team. My one tip that I can give you is to be persistent about where you set up. Sooner or later, the enemy team will come to your site, and once they do, it'll feel so good.
One enemy remaining. Spike down B.
Market. Oh, yes, man.
Fade out here.
Bomb found them. Bomb grenade out. Reyna kill.
Damn.
Good.
Yeah, but they're going B. They're going B.
Bomb grenade out. Spike planted.
For the final clip, I'm going to show you one of my clutch moments during an attack round. I put my turret to watch flank like normal, and I give respect to the breach because I just didn't want spike. So, we are going to site.
One mid.
Yeah, I know. Just them.
On site.
He's tagged.
And I check the corner. And then we go onto site, get one, and then I get Brim ulted. And I hear a turret flank, so I know that somebody might be coming flank, but then I hear many footsteps towards market, so I wait and see if I can get a pick market. And I do. And then I go to check flank really quickly to see if somebody's coming, and no one's there. And I hear multiple footsteps, so I know that the rest are on site. I put down my ult to buy myself some time and maybe deter people from site. And have to whiff a whole mag. But I get the fade. And then I whiff on Phoenix, but because of my ult, I'm able to secure the round because he's detained. And that's how you clutch on Killjoy. I hope you guys had fun watching this video and that you guys have a great time playing Killjoy. Bye!